so we're starting right here. So I put a 2x4 down here. This is going to represent my outside wall, okay? So basically I'm going to take my tape, I'm going to pull parallel off this wall, I'm going to pull over and make a mark. And then I'm going to pull off this side here, and I'm going to make the same mark. So for now I'm going to go, whatever, 3 feet, and I'm going to make a mark, okay? So like I said, this represents my outside wall. Take my tape and make a mark over here at 3 feet, 36. I come down this side, I butt the wall and make a mark at 36, okay? Now I'm going to use what's called the chalk line, all right? Take this chalk line, whatever the heck it is, chalk line, okay? Open it up, it's got chalk inside, all right, red chalk. So I made a mark here, I'm going to hook my line on it, okay? Close enough, okay? Pulling all the way up, putting it on my other line. Grab the end of it, hold it down tight, snap it. This gives me a nice straight line to go by for my wall. Okay, I already tacked that wall down, but this is how I got a straight line. I marked it off here and off here, made a nice straight line. I put my wall on it, and that's how you do it when you don't have a partner. If I had a partner, I'd use Ava, my camera lady. She'd hold that end, wrap it around her finger, hold it tight. I pull this down, snap my line. All right, so my wall is already secure, but you don't know that because this is video land. This is a Hilti, okay? Powder actuated tool. All right, here, come over here, Ava. Okay, it's got loads in it. It's got powder in them like a gun, because it is a gun, nail gun. So I put the load in. This is an old school, by the way. Put the load in. Okay. I close this thing and I turn it. This is a Hilti brand. Really good tool. It's older, not as expensive. They have really good ones nowadays, a little more money, but this one's good. Single shot. Okay, so I put the nail in, the load's in, glasses, no blind carpenters. Put this in. So basically, I'm gonna secure this thing. I'm gonna secure probably every other bay. So I'm gonna put one here. I'm gonna put one right here, right before the jack stud, because I don't want to put one inside here. Okay. This part right here, you don't nail because you cut it out. It gets cut out with a Sawzall after. Picture in your house, there's no 2x4 on the floor to trip over, right? Okay. Transition strip, threshold, whatever. So I'm gonna secure this thing on each side of the door. So one here, one on this side right here, and probably one on the end. Then the whole bottom will be nice and secure. Okay. I've already actually done it. So I'm only going to do one just to show you, but it's a little loud. Okay. All right, so my floor, my bottom plate's secure. You good? Bottom plate secure. I did tack this in the last video, so it is level. Okay, but I got one problem. All right, if this was my basement or a room in my house that I was putting this wall in, or even my barn, and I'm going to drywall after. I'm going to drywall this one, I'm going to drywall this one, I have a problem. Right about here. There's nothing here, okay? So, I would take my cut stud and put this bad boy right here, alright? This would give me a nailer, okay? I'll shoot this thing in, and now, when I have my drywall coming across, I'll be able to put drywall across and be able to screw into the drywall. And when I put this one on, I'll be able to screw to that side, okay? So if I take it out, there's nothing there. That means your wall would be weak right here. So you build this great wall, your kids are downstairs playing, you're watching wrestling, one kid grabs the other kid and he goes to power bomb, smashes through the wall. You don't have no stud, okay? Not that they still can't smash through drywall, but this helps. You want this corner strong. So I put this in, this is called a nailer. Gives me 1.5 inches to screw my drywall on, okay? That's this side. This side, I get the same issue. Look, I got nothing, all right? Put my drywall in, look, nothing there, all right? Drywall's good this way, but then look, nothing here. So, I'd have to do the same thing, all right? I could take this, put it behind, now I got plenty of nailing. I could nail through the other side, and then put the other side on. This gives me plenty of room for drywall to come in the corner. If I had a shelf or anything, I'd have plenty of meat right here so my drywall wouldn't get crushed in. Alright? And there's one other variation that I'll show you when we frame. Alright, so this was the opposite side. I put a nailer on this side, and I put another nail on this side. So now my drywall will have a nice strong corner to screw into, okay? The other thing I could do, or I could have done, before this was put in, I could have made a backer. This is called a backer. I could make it out of 2x4, 2x6, whatever. But a 2x6 gives you plenty of space, if you have them. You put a stud on edge to the outside, you put another one on the outside, and you put one in the middle. This is a backer, okay? This allows me to take this wall, and when I get my measurement off the ground, I could frame this to match up with that, so that I'd have my nailer in place. I'd have 1.5 inches over the line, and then I would have all this on the other side. Okay, so I could have put this wall here. I just didn't because it was already framed. My barn was already framed. But this just shows you another option if you're framing it yourself. You can build one of these backers before you put this wall up, put it in place, and then you have plenty of nailer on both sides, with drywall on both sides. Okay, this is called a backer. These are called nailers. Alright, so here's my baby model. Okay, here's my little baby model. This is a backer. Okay, this is what I just showed you over there because it's kind of hard to see. So I have two 2x4s on edge, and then I have one going sideways like this. You nail those or screw those together. That would be your outside wall. Okay. This would represent my wall. When I pull my measurement, say I want my wall right on this mark here. That was my 3 foot. I added the stud on that side. I added a stud on this side. Okay, that gave me enough room for drywall. Okay, this is what I was talking about over there. Drywall's coming this way and coming this way. Now you have 2x on each side to screw them into. Okay, that works the same on both sides. So these would be my nailers, and this is what's called a backer. You make the whole thing and you put it in your wall when you frame it. Or if your wall's already built, you add these 2x on the sides of your wall that you stood up or stood in the wall and put it in. Okay, nailers. Bang, bang. So, the last part of securing this thing is to the ceiling, all right? I would secure it on the end, secure it on the other end the same way, but I'm not gonna because it's open, but it's the same thing I would do over here. Also, every 16 inches I would put 2 nails. I should have actually said that first, okay? Start at the bottom, I'd go 2, 2, 2, 2, every 16 inches or so all the way up. You can use screws for all of this, all right? If you don't have a nail gun and a compressor, they make battery ones, which are kind of expensive, but if this is just a house project, you can use a screw gun. You can use screws, okay? Nails are stronger, more strength, but you could actually use screws for a tearing petition. It's not gonna hurt nothing. Just make sure they're long enough. Make sure you don't screw into any pipes. That's another thing. All right, so securing it up top, I have my joists here. They're going opposite direction of my wall, which would make it easy, okay? I could shoot through. My wall's a little short because I'm using the material that I have, right? But traditionally, this wall right here that I built would be all the way to the top. I have high ceilings in the barn, so it's a little higher. But traditionally, I would make this thing full height. It would be tight, or pretty tight, to my ceiling. And then what I would do is every other bay, bang, bang, 2 nails. Bang, 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 2 nails. Bang, bang, all the way down to secure this thing. Now, if my wall wasn't running the opposite direction, but it's running the same direction this way, so say my wall's going down here, I would have to put blocking in like this. Okay, see this blocking up top, Ava? I'd have to put blocking in between the way like this. I would secure it with screws and nails, and then this wall right here would get shot right into that. So I'd have a block here, a block here, a block here, all the way down, and then I would be able to nail my wall to it, okay? So that would be the bottom secured, shot down, the sides are secure. Also, this is kind of common sense, but I'm gonna mention it anyway. If you're not on concrete, you can use a regular framing gun or a screw gun and screw into the floor. Okay? When you do, try to make sure you hit a joist or something solid, not just through the plywood. Okay? Because that's not really strong. I did the other day, as I said the other day, I got my door opening. I'm going to reuse that for my window. Okay, we're going to frame a window in right now. Basically just to teach you the parts, how it all goes together, what the parts are called, and what it looks like behind your drywall in your house, if you don't know, okay? In case you need to know. Well, now you'll know. This is a 2x4, 2x6, okay? You zoom in there, lady. A 2x4 is 3.5 inches wide. 2x6 is actually 5.5 inches wide, okay? This, way better. This is what modern houses are made out of for exterior walls, 2x6. The reason being, you can only fit so much insulation in that. That's like my parents' house back in the day, and probably my house that we're working on right now. It's probably this, minimal insulation, which is terrible. 2x6, you can put way more insulation inside that wall, okay? For purposes of learning, and since I already have it built, I'm gonna frame my window out of 2x4, just to show you the parts, okay? Because we're not really gonna build this in. If I was redoing my house or rebuilding something, 2x6, like my barn. I'm changing a lot of stuff to 2x6 with a little more insulation in there, okay? Better for energy, better for heat, and all that crap, okay? Cut. All right, so from my header, that's already in place, it came down 36 inches, okay? My window and my door ROs are always 2.5 wider and 2.5 longer than the actual size of the window or the door. That's so you can move them around, set it straight, insulate it, shiv it up, make sure everything works right, just like the door, okay? So I came from here, from my header, I came down 36 inches. I added 2.5 inches, which is 38.5. And then this right here represents my sill, okay? I'm gonna have two 2x4s right here, stacked on top of each other, nailed together. They're gonna sit across. This will be my sill. This creates the sill for my window. And then underneath here will be my studs, which are called legs, okay? All these X's, these are called legs, all right? Up top, these are my crips. These are my bloods. Just kidding. These are my legs. And these are my cripples, okay? Frame this bad boy in. The only other thing that I do have to mention, if I'm framing an actual outside wall, okay, which would be bearing, it holds up your upstairs, your roof, and everything. An exterior wall, this header would not be acceptable, okay? This header's in an interior wall. If this was an exterior wall carrying weight, this header would be on edge. And by on edge, I mean instead of sitting flat, this header would be on edge this way. Okay, this is a lot stronger than flat like that. There's more give. There's less give this way. Okay, so in a 2x4 wall, this header, this would be 1.5 inches. This would be 1.5 inches. You would sandwich a piece of 1/2 inch plywood in between. That would give you a 1/2 inch plus 1.5 inches plus 1.5 inches would give you 3.5. That would fill this whole space. Okay, 2x6 wall, the header would be the same thing. Okay, these stacked 2x6, 2x6, 2x6 with plywood in between them. Okay, you're gonna fill that whole piece. All right, so I'm gonna frame this as fast as possible. Give me a sec. All right, we're at the end of the video. Part D, or part 2 as we say in America. Windows framed, RO is 2.5 wide or 2.5 taller than the actual size of my window, which was a 3-foot window. So I have 38.5 inches, so 3 foot to 2.5 by 3 foot 2.5, okay? I put my outside legs on first. I nailed my bottom sill first to the outside legs, bang, 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 bang. I transferred those bottom layout marks to this plate. That way I would know exactly where to put the stud. Shot them through. Added this top plate, which is a sill. And I'm done. Now everything's nice and tight. I got my window frame. Okay? Window sill, window header, cripples, legs, studs 16 on center. Just like I promised. Okay? If you like what you see, please subscribe to Johnny Works. I got plenty more videos that I'm trying to make. Actually today. Thank you, Ava, for filming me this morning in your bathrobe. You can see her, she's super cute. Abracadabra, Holmes.